Hello, my name is Karen, and this is week number 8 of my Carnivore challenge. And I want to kind of summarize my last 8, well, this is going on my 8th week, the last 7 weeks. And what I found is that my attitude is changing, not about losing weight, but about getting healthy. And all the little and big changes that are adding up are really making my life so much better. And so now I'm going to go down a list of things that I have come up with since I started Carnivore. So the first thing is my body odor and sweat. I have hardly any body odor. I go someplace, I put on deodorant, and that's it. I don't have to worry about at home or anywhere else really to be offensive to anybody. Sinuses, like I said, I figured with the sinuses being 90% better that I'm not even snoring. My husband hasn't even noticed. Swelling in my hands are gone. Let's see, no more congested ears, with my ears no longer being congested. My diarrhea that I was having when I never knew what was going to happen, I only have it when I eat too much fat. So at least I've been able to gauge that and know when I need to ease back on the fat on Carnivore. This past week, where I was urinating frequency a lot during the day and just a little at a time. Now this past week, it's been okay, sit down, empty, ready to go for several more hours. That in itself. I have no more leakage when I sneeze or cough or stress out about something. No more leakage. That is a big deal for me. Big deal. I'm staying dry. Okay, next. Nerve pain. As many of you know, if you've watched my first video, I was using a cane. And now that I haven't had any sign of the nerve pain in my back going down my leg anymore. No cane. Don't have to worry about that. Even trying to get out of the chair like I was before. I was using the cane to even get out of my recliner. I still use a walker when we go someplace and there's a crowd or there's going to be a line or whatever. The only reason for the walker is like we went to go vote. I took the walker into the voting poll with me because I didn't know how long the line was going to be, because I still can't stand, let me get straightened up here. I still can't stand in one spot for very long. After a few minutes, if I'm standing in one spot, I can walk all day, but I can't stand in one spot for more than a few minutes and my back starts hurting. So that's the only reason for using the walker, is to have a place to sit when I need to sit down. I am sitting up straighter, standing straighter at least. And I feel that, and I'm making an effort, I can feel, and I'm making more of an effort to keep my shoulders back and my sternum up so that I'm walking and sitting up better. Trying very hard to do that. Back pain, I haven't had back pain. It's been sore, but not the pain that I had. When I would bowl, before bowling, sometimes I took 2 aspirin and 4 ibuprofen just to get through the next few hours of bowling. Not doing that either. So that's been a relief. Um, I'm not waking up with sore throats. I got a couple of sore throats the other week, last week. I mentioned that. But that was due to, I think, something I caught, not because I'm having acid reflux and postnasal drip. So I'm no more waking up with that sore throat every morning and being clogged in the back of the throat. No more cravings for munchies or sweets. In fact, I haven't had them since the day I started. And I probably, like I said, I contribute that to maybe having a little bit of milk, a little kind of having cheese and stuff. So I think that kept the cravings down. But now I know absolutely no cravings. In fact, I was at one of the local little stores here, and they had a whole thing of Reese's peanut butter and Reese's this, and the different ways they make Reese's Pieces, and their Christmas tree Reese's that they've come out with. I looked at it and I went, no. And a gentleman right next to me, he says, I can't eat that stuff anymore. He says, it's just too sweet. And I said, yeah, I'm on Carnivore and I don't want this stuff anymore either. The next thing is my back. And like I said, I think it's sebaceous and seborrheic keratosis problems. I mean, all those scaly brown patches are just shrink every week. They're shrinking. So my lymph nodes behind my ears and neck swell up less. They still get going here at times, and we'll talk more about that further down here. No more yo-yo weight gain and loss. Yes, I'm stalled at between 250 and 251. That's it, all day long. That's my, it's not 5 pounds from morning to night. It's not, and it's not like gain 5-6 pounds and then try to fight the rest of the week to lose that. So no more yo-yoing, and I'm happy with that for now, because I know there were a lot of other issues that have been clearing up and things that are getting so much better. Like I said, this I mean down to number 14 on my list here. My stamina is up. I bowled 3 days this week in bowling. I did have problems after bowling days getting up out of the chair. I was more of an effort than it has been. So all the other days, no problem getting out of my recliner and getting up and moving. But yeah, like I said, I'm still sore in the back, but it's the movement is way more improved from when I started. In fact, like I said, I was using a cane to even get out of the chair when I started. So my stamina's up. Even though I'm at a stall, I'm losing inches off my thigh and my lower abdomen. I know because my pants, I can pull my pants out like almost 3 inches on each side of my thigh. And my abdomen, I know because I've got like 3 inches of gap in my pants, in my jeans. So even though I know from other people that talked about that they didn't lose weight, but they lost inches. So that might be something that you might want to start. I did not take my measurements as far as, I just went with the weight. And I'm not concerned about the measurements, because when I'm down a dress size or clothes size, I was 3X. I'm in 2Xs right now. So even though I'm down 15, 16 pounds, I've gone down in dress size, clothes size. So I'm then went from 3X to 2X. So all my 2Xs I'm wearing again. But so I'm not going to worry right now about losing more weight. I'm just happy that what I'm seeing here. The other thing I noticed, I used to have, the past couple of years I had styes, but also I would wake up in the morning, even without the styes, I would wake up in the morning and I'd have redness. I mean, they would just, my eyes would be red. And the eyelids just, and it, sometimes just irritating red. And that's been going on for several years. Now I can go down like this and hardly, I mean, it looks fleshy and not irritated. So nice, that's something I've noticed. So it's all these little things that I'm noticing that I'm not, the issues that I'm not having anymore. My face is still battlefield. It wins some of the battles and it loses some of the battles. It's smooth, but yet I still break out in spots. I only have a couple of spots. If you hear that's raining here in Texas finally. And so if you hear the rain, this noise, funny noise, that's what it is, the rain. But I only have like a blackhead here, black here, but these were my normal big trouble spots, and I had a few up here. But all of these pores are blackhead free. All these pores are blackhead free. I got these pimples and I got some trouble spots. My husband said the redness is going down, the rosacea. I don't know how many more weeks it's going to take for my face to heal. It's been this way for years and years. So for it to heal, I'm hoping by my end of my week, my 90-day challenge, that this will be looking really good. So I did have a breakout on my face because I got tired of the water, and earlier this week I had it with water. I've been craving milk. I've been wanting something else really bad, and anything besides water. So I went in and got it, apple cider, hard cider left over from our vacation. That was the last time I had one, and that was back in week 2 or 3. A couple hours after I drank that, I broke out. It got swelled. My here got swollen, and this broke out, and I cannot have alcohol. And I had a glass of wine. The same thing happened. I had a cup of wine. I take sacrament on Sundays, and I won't do that. I'll take a little bit instead of a cup. So I will do that, and I will make sure that my bread is crumb size. So no more alcohol. Can't do it. My body says no. Nice thing about Carnivore, because if you do something that you mess up with, your body will tell you. So be forewarned. Okay, so instead what I had done is I went back to my herbal tea. Took the peppermint tea for my stomach when I first started Carnivore, because I had been on antibiotics and stuff. So if you've seen that, my first one, you know about that. So this time I picked up a ginger lemon herbal tea, and I went ahead and fixed a quart of that, 2 quarts, and then I put it in the refrigerator, and then I have a cup and I fill it full of ice. So by the time I fill it with ice and then I put the tea in the cup, it probably comes about 8 to 12 ounces, and that satisfies me. So I know a lot of people say, oh, no tea, no tea. But I needed that to stay on Carnivore, because my mind was going crazy with just that you've had enough water. So that has helped me a lot. And I've had, one night I had some, didn't have the next night, 2 nights in a row. This past 2 nights I've had tea. No swelling in the hands. And so I haven't had an adverse reaction as far as I know. No breakout on the face from the tea. That's the nice thing about journaling your food. And you don't need to keep your amounts of stuff, just what you're eating. But I like to do everything and keep track of my fats and everything. So you know that. The last thing is sleep. Still having an issue with sleep. Not so much with energy. So the energy is coming. The stamina's coming. The sleep, when I don't have it, it's because of sleep. Now I heard another gentleman on another video saying, well, eat before you go to bed. And I was having like 2 sticks of mozzarella cheese sticks, and that wasn't, it helped my stomach a little bit, but it didn't do anything as far as sleep went. But last night I had 2 eggs with about 2 ounces of bacon, and I slept really well, went right to sleep. So we'll see in the coming weeks if I want to keep doing that instead of having my eggs for breakfast, or maybe 2 eggs and 2 ounces instead of 4 ounces of bacon. Instead of 4 eggs in the morning and 4 ounces of bacon, I might have the 2 eggs, the bacon, and then have the other 2 eggs and bacon before I go to bed. Not sure, but this is the part about the carnivore journey. You need to work things out for you and experiment and pay attention to your body. What works, what doesn't work. And again, even in the world of carnivore, you will get misinformation. And some of that's not intentional. Some of that is just people have different outlooks. People have different bodies that react to different things, have different allergies. So again, what works for one person may not work for another, but the principle's the same. Eliminate, reintroduce. Eliminate everything you can to stay healthy, and then as you get healthy, give your time to heal. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this the full 90 days and see how much healing I'll accomplish. I've already accomplished an awful lot for me. And so as you can see from my first video, if you see me now, you see how much better. My attitude's better. Everything's better. So do what works for you. Add dairy, subtract dairy, add spices, subtract spices, herbal tea, coffee. If it helps you stay on a carnivore, have that 1 cup of coffee in the morning so you don't get drowned the rest of the day with water. For my case, particularly what I'm drinking, that 1 cup of tea is not affecting me right now. It might down the line, and then that I'll have to back off. But again, that's the body adjusting to what it wants and what it doesn't want. So pay attention to what you need for you, and pay attention to your intuition and all the signs your body gives you. And that's it for this week. Later on, hopefully I'll do a video on how I fix my meals and what I found that working really good and what's delicious. So see you next week, hopefully.